To the member for Flinders.
My question is to the Prime Minister. Under the government's price increase announced last week, the average Victorian will pay a further 25% more on their energy, or $532 more for a residential customer. Why are the Prime Minister's broken promises making things so much worse for Middle Australia?
Good question. Give the call to the Minister for Energy and Climate Change and Energy.
Well, thank you, Mr. Speaker. I thank the honourable member for her question about the impact of the DMO that was announced last week. And the first point to make is that the average Victorian household receives a saving of $555 because of the intervention of this side of the House, which the honourable member and all her colleagues voted against. All her colleagues voted against. And maybe the honourable member has a view about what brought about that price reduction, Mr. Speaker. Maybe she could help the member for Fairfax. She thinks it's a mystery as to how price increases could turn around and become price decreases for those families that have received the rebates negotiated by the Commonwealth and the states. And the honourable member referred to an announcement by the government last week. A gentle correction for the honourable member. It was an announcement by the Australian Energy Regulator, as she was required to do under the timing prescribed by the law. And the law says it shall be the 25th of May or the nearest business day thereafter. That wasn't always the law. That wasn't always the law. It used to be an earlier date. It used to be an earlier date, earlier in May, but there was a change last year. That was in a regulation that was promulgated by one of the then Ministers for Energy, Mr. Speaker, one of the then Ministers for Energy, who changed the regulation to say it was a very simple regulation, two lines.
The Minister will not use
substitute the first business day after May 25th. Now May 25th comes after May 21st, Mr. Speaker, and May 21st was a key date. And the Minister for Energy then did not want the 20% energy price rises to be made public to the Australian people before May 21st, because he knew the Australian people would have a view about that at the ballot box. So if honourable members opposite are going to ask this side of the House about energy prices, they might want to have a little word to the member for Hume and ask him why he changed the law of this country to hide price rises before the last election. Why did he do that? Well, I think the answer is pretty obvious, because he was embarrassed, because he was ashamed. Now he says it wasn't my fault. It wasn't my fault. He signed the regulation. He signed the regulation. There's two signatures. There's two signatures.
Order. The Minister will pause. Order. The Leader of the Opposition. Order. The Leader of the Opposition. Point of order.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Well, it's on relevance. Australians are hurting at the moment, and this minister is trying to tell them that their power bills are going down when they know that they are going up and up and up.